What's up, everyone? Sly, and man, my voice is completely gone, man. Completely gone. What a way to cap off my birthday weekend, baby. Let's go. Let's go, man. Um, what a game, man. That defense was bending quite a bit, but they never broke. And, you know, at the end of the game, Bryce Huff, man, that's why we signed this guy. Came in, won us that game. Last week it was Nick Bosa. This week, Bryce Huff, man. These two guys, man, they're really something else, man. They're freaking awesome, man. The series before that, Nick Bosa with the big play, the big sack, and then Bryce Huff, same exact thing. You gotta love it. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I think Robert Saleh on that last play, he found his core group of guys that he's gonna roll with on those third down passing situations when you have to get after the quarterback rushing for. And beautiful job by Robert Saleh and Fred Warner. Remember, we called timeout that 4th and 2, and you could see how smart Fred Warner is. You see him going to talk to Robert Saleh. They're discussing what play is going to be called. What should we do? Go 4, 5, send 5? They're like, no. And they had the perfect 4 dudes out there. You look at my thumbnail right there. You looked at that last play. You had Bryce Huff on one side. On the opposite side, it wasn't Nick Bosa. It was Sam Okawanu. You had Nick Bosa inside next to Mikal Williams. That four right there was perfect because Mikal Williams, he could collapse a pocket, pushing guys back. What a game he had, by the way. What a game he had. I'll talk about that later. But and then you had Nick Bosa inside where he flourishes inside. He's great inside. And then you had Sam Okawano on one side, who got a little pressure too on that side, but it was Bryce Huff, man. Bryce Huff, and that pocket was collapsing quick, man. So those 4 guys, going forward, you're going to see that, and you're going to be like, that's the 4 I want to use. Those are the 4 guys that I'm going to be rolling with on passing situations. And I think Robert Saleh found that out. Like, those are the guys we're going to use, man. Those are the 4 dudes. Yeah, here and there you'll sprinkle Gross Matos in the mix right there. But man, that was freaking beautiful, dude. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. It took us a while, man, to get going. And I'm going to say this real quick. Should they have scored 21? No, I thought that it should have been 14 because that was a ticky-tack call, man. That was a ticky-tack call on Upton Stout. Upton Stout had his ups and downs this game again, just like last week. But that third down where they said illegal contact, that was even Moose, who's a Cowboy fan, the commentator, he was saying, dude, that was a horrible call. He didn't do anything. That was perfect coverage. That's textbook coverage. That's how they draw it out in football. That's how you're supposed to cover. So that was BS, So people were like, oh, we gave up 21 points. Guys, it should have been 14. It should have been 14. That last touchdown drive shouldn't have even, it would have been it would have been 4th and 14, and they would have punted the ball that drive. So it is what it is there. But I really love those 4 dudes rushing the quarterback, man. I really like that package right there. It was just awesome to see. And I love that Robert Saleh does that, man. Last year, and I don't even want to mention our defensive coordinator's name anymore, but every damn play, we had Nick Bosa rushing from the inside. This year, it's only week 2, and we've seen Nick Bosa rush in from the inside probably like 3, 4, 5 times already, And we see him running stunts. It's completely different with Robert Saleh, man. What a game. And you saw after the game, you saw Saleh and Kyle Shanahan giving each other a big hug, because they both have won this game. Kyle did a solid job at the play calling, having our backup quarterback in the game, who made some plays, by the way. He made some good throws. I went to Jennings for that touchdown. That was playmaking. You got to make that, and he did. So kudos to Mac Jones on the offense on that side, and Christian McCaffrey. Those third downs, a lot of times we had to have him. He was making some plays, man. He was making some plays. So you got to give it up to freaking Mac Jones and Kyle on that side, giving 26 points with a lot of backups out there. You take that to the bank every time. So I love that. I love that about that. But yeah, man, defense. Again, it was some bending, but overall, I know some people are gonna be hating and stuff, whatnot. But dude, I'm gonna say this right now: the defense is still solid, man. We got some dogs out there. We got some dogs. Lenore, great game. Renardo Green, man, you hardly heard his name called. He's having such a great season so far. Such a great season. So you as a Niner fan, you got to be pumped up with Renardo Green, man. And then obviously safeties. Um, I I like Pinnock, but he kind of was getting beat quite a bit in coverage. He's a pretty good tackler. In coverage, he was getting beat, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, dude, when Mustafa comes back, Mustafa could cover. Mustafa could cover, dude. So this defense is gonna get better. And that's the whole thing I was thinking, man. Mustafa comes back, we're gonna get a heck of a lot better. Siegel, this was a game where he had a better first game. Let's just say that. He had that penalty, and then he gave that touchdown, which he had good coverage, but barely because of the shin got that touchdown over him. So that kind of sucked. But it's gonna happen with rookies, dude. It's gonna happen with rookies. But still, Siegel is a solid player. You have to look at him and be like, you know what? He's still gonna be a solid player. So to me, overall, we learned a lot from this game. We really did learn a lot from this game. We learned about, what coverages we should use and whatnot. And yeah, we gave up 21 points, but even last week, the Saints should have scored 21 against the Cardinals. That one play where they had a touchdown and the guy just dropped it. So it would have been 21. So they're pretty much even of what they did with the Cardinals, who, by the way, our first home opener we go against. And whew, should be fun, man. But another thing really to take away, you look at the game, it's a 10 o'clock game, man. It's a 10 o'clock game, and our guys, we're used to practicing, 12 o'clock, noon, 1 o'clock. So it happens all the time, man. You freaking go on the road 10 o'clock. And, we kind of did look a little bit, lethargic out there for the first, especially that first quarter, man. We kind of were looked like we were waking up. The team was waking up, man. And finally, got it together. That second half, we had that spark, those drives, and then obviously, they score that touchdown with a controversial call. And yeah, man, but you gotta give them credit, man. Going on the road, New Orleans, 2 games on the road. We're 2-0, haven't even played at Levi Stadium yet. So you're looking at it, man. If Mac Jones, say Brock Purdy's out another 3 weeks, if he could go 2-1 here, remember the next 2 games are at home, I believe. If he could go 2-1, get Brock Purdy back, and that's when the troops come in. That's when, they said mid-October, Ayuk, that's when Mustafa, that's when our core guys start coming. They're coming, Robinson, after this, I think, 3rd game, he gets to come back. Our receiver, who's a solid ass receiver in camp, he was one of our better receivers out there, and he was solid last year with the Rams too. So that right there could be huge. Get another offensive weapon. Hopefully, after 4 weeks, Kittle's coming back. So our offense, yeah, we scored 26 points, which is really good. We'll take that to the bank. We haven't come close to hitting our peak. We have not come close to hitting our peak on offense too. So you got to be excited with our offense and defense. They're just going to get better. And these young rookies, remember, they're rookies. They're young. A lot of them are 21 years old. Mikael Williams is only 21 years old. He's probably one of the youngest dudes in the NFL. And we saw what he did. He's just going to get better. CJ West, he's going to get better. All these young cats, Upton Stout, he's going through his ups and downs right now, but he's going to get better, So it's exciting, man. If you're a Niner fan right now, I'm not saying we're going to go to the promised land, but if we keep getting ascending, yeah, we could do it. Heck yeah, we could do it. So 2-0, we'll take that, man, and we'll see how it goes from there. But man, I love it. I love it, man. 2-0, let's go, baby. Slow 80s clap. All right, man, I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.